What's it like when you see a guy like Gabriel Davis just exhibit the skills that he have? 3 touchdowns in the past game, had that long 73-yard run. What's it like working with a guy like that?
Well, it's just phenomenal to work with him. His work ethic, the preparation he puts into game planning and how hard he works, you're not surprised on game day because, again, he's worked so hard during the week.
He came in the post-game press conference the other night. He talked about players he kind of compares himself to. He's naming NFL stars, Jerry Jeudy, people like that. Is he a guy? Have you noticed that about him? That he's very attention to detail and kind of looks up to guys like that?
Absolutely. I mean, he takes tremendous pride in working at his craft. I mean, he's always trying to get better. He's studying other receivers on their professional level, the college level, always pushing himself every week, never being satisfied.
What kind of leader is Gabe?
He's a tremendous leader. He certainly leads more by example because his hard work has certainly rubbed off on a lot of the guys. He brings the receivers in. He kind of sets the mode, the tempo for the work ethic in terms of the extra catches, the extra routes after work, studying their opponents. I mean, the last few weeks, he has really worked hard in terms of knowing exactly what the defender that's covering him is going to present.
What's been the biggest difference from last year to this year for Gabe?
Well, he just has a tremendous feel for the system. I mean, he can teach it to the other guys. I mean, he knows what to do in all different looks. He's not surprised on the game field.
Does having a player like Gabe make it easier for you?
Certainly. I mean, I'm tremendously proud of all of the guys. It's a very competitive group with a lot of talent, and the way that they push each other and the positive nature that they compete against each other is really refreshing.
So when he tells you that he wants to get better at something still, what are the things that he's bringing up now that he really wants to hone in on and improve still on his game?
Well, he's very critical of himself in terms of he evaluates everything he does. He'll come to the sideline and say something like, "Coach, I should have turned this over one more time, one more rotation of my legs. It would have opened me up that much more. I mean, Coach, I can do a better job versus press coverage. Coach, that ball's on me. That's not on the quarterback." He's really hard on himself.
Before the season, Tre Nixon had talked about coming more of a complete receiver this year. He's had some big games early on, Stanford, Pitt. What kind of improvement have you seen from Tre this year?
Well, with Tre, it started in the weight room. Tre put on about 8 to 10 pounds of muscle. He was at about 190 pounds when we went in fall camp, and that's really helped his confidence, really helped his physicality on the outside. He's a guy with tremendous speed. He's got good ball skills. He's very bright. That's the one thing I would say that probably Gabe and Tre don't get enough credit for. Is they're really bright guys. They really work hard at the game. It's easy to work with them because they can handle a lot of information.
How does Brandon Wimbush fit into the mix in the wide receiver room?
Really like the way he's progressed in the time we've had him. He's a guy, obviously, he's got a lot of talent, size, speed. He's played the quarterback position. He's played in big games, and he's going to help us at some point in this season. Could be Friday, don't know exactly when that's going to be, but he's a talented guy that has good ball skills. Obviously, he can run, and he brings something different to the table for us.
His attitude has always been he wants to learn, right?
He's a tremendous person, first of all. He's a tremendous person. He wants to help this football team in any way he can. And it's great to be around him. I'm very proud of him, his positive attitude. He does not hang his head. A tremendous person.
For someone who hasn't really played a lot of receiver, how are his hands?
Well, his hands are really good. I mean, playing the quarterback position for so long, thousands of snaps he's handled, shotgun snaps. So typically those guys have really good ball skills. It transfers over to the wide receiver position. But he's exhibited really good ball skills. He's got good feet, and he's really strong.
He's demonstrated his catching too. Sometimes in those pregame drills when the quarterbacks would go in the back of the end zone, and he's been able to show those one-handed catches every single time.
There's no doubt he has really good ball skills, and I would anticipate at some point he's going to help us at wide receiver.
A lot of guys got to play against UConn. What's the future looking like? We saw Amari Johnson. He's played some. Ryan O'Keefe, Gerard Baker got in there.
Like all those guys are very, very talented. We got a good group of guys coming up behind these older guys. Continuing to create a culture in that room where we're going to have good receivers. I think we got a pretty good young quarterback, so that certainly will help recruit receivers. So just keep bringing those guys in is what we're going to try to do.
What about a guy like Jacob Harris? How is he different from Trey and Gabe?
Well, that's the thing. It's like a group. We got a lot of different skill set. I mean, Jacob Harris is a guy that's 6'5" and some change. He's 225 pounds, and he has great long speed. So we try to use his skill set. You got Marlon on the outside, who is a physical guy at about 215 pounds with unbelievable jumping skills and strong hands. And then you got Gabe and Trey outside. We use Otis some with his skill set, being able to make people miss. I mean, again, it's a really good group to coach.
How do you keep everybody happy, though, with that much talent?
Well, it's a challenge, but they're really good guys, and that's what makes the difference. They're really good guys. They're all about winning. The program is all about trying to win this game, and they're all buying in. They all pull for each other, but it is a challenge because you have a lot of talented guys that want their hands on the ball.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.